All right. Hi there. Hello, people. It's me, Red Lightning Boa. Gonna go over Impact and AW Collision. Let me tell you, man. These shows have had most of the uses. I would say these are pretty decent. And I was gonna say even if Collision oh man, I was gonna say if Collision actually had just four matches, from what I saw at first, man, I don't know what to say, man. Man, one thing I would say is that, dude, even that would be better than Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's boxing match. Because let me tell you, man, that may not be related, but I gotta say that is just that boxing match was garbage. Because that's further backs up my point of why wrestling's better than boxing, in my opinion. Because I gotta tell you, man, let's just both agree that if a wrestler catches a boxer by the legs, yeah, that boxer's in a really bad spot. I'm gonna tell you that. But anyway, yeah, okay. Going over TNA Impact and AEW Collision right now is that the episode of Impact started off with the recap of last week's Impact, with the Masha Slamovich teaming up with Jordan Grace to defeat Alicia Edwards and Tasha Steeles. So, Joe Henry calling out Ryan Nemeth became a thing right there in the process. It was an excellent main event between Moose and Mike Bailey happened as well. And right there with Trent Seven's attack on Mike Bailey right there. And dude, that's the reason why there's been word that Mike Bailey is going to leave the TNA and stuff after what happened. Because that match that Mike Bailey had, that was like almost 30 minutes. And Mike Bailey lost that one. He was out. And he got backstabbed right there in the process anyway. Dude, he did. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So anyway, let's go over the show. So anyway, you got Mike Santana and Casey Navarro with AJ Francis right there as they circle and have Casey Navarro trying to avoid the grasp of Mike Santana as Navarro uses his quickness to stay away from Santana, including ducking under a spin. The block attempt in there as Navarro goes to the outside to briefly confer with AJ Francis's stuff. AJ Francis, the dude that had the pink shorts and the black shirt and stuff, doing the little dance, you could say, the little dance and all that and stuff, which I thought was pretty goofy because I don't know. To me, something's been a little different with AJ Francis. He's gone more on the entertainment side. I don't know because I at first I seen AJ Francis as competitive, but now he looks more entertainment based. From the look on my eyes, the way I see it and stuff. So anyway, you got Navarro hopping back into the ring and trying to use his positioning to take advantage of Santana as Navarro continues to use his quickness to avoid Santana and stuff in the process. As he uses his strength to block Navarro's attempts at some moves. So for yeah, you also get Navarro flipping out of a Santana move or two and celebrating with Francis on the outside right there. Santana used the delay to hit a diving kick through the ropes and stuff. Because, yeah, AJ Francis was doing a little distraction right there in the process, you could say. Let me make some adjustments real quick. But anyway, yeah, you get Santana hitting another hard chop and sending Navarro into the ropes as Navarro holds on to the ropes and stuff, jumping into Francis's arms for the save. As Santana goes to the outside, and I hope the background is not interrupting me too much because that would be downright annoying. But anyway, you got Santana going to the outside. In his words, well, this is my good. We're going, which allows Navarro to hit a dive onto Santana, and I was hoping by this time the living room would pipe down while I'm going through the results. The living room needs to pipe down in the process. But anyway, back in the ring, Santana gains the advantage, back with more chops into Navarro. Someone please tell the living room to pipe down while I'm going through the results. Someone please. But anyway, you got Navarro hitting a running elbow and a neck snap, followed by a double stomp for a 2 count and stuff as Navarro runs at Santana in the corner again, but Santana gets a boot up with Santana popping over Navarro and hitting a leaping kick as Navarro had scissors Santana into the ropes and hitting in 305 and stuff, man. Real decent stuff, man. Just really good stuff. I give that a thumbs up, man. Real good stuff, man. I like the amount of time they put on several matches in this show right here, man. Right here, man. And if only AEW could have showed us more full matches, because here's the thing. No wonder why TNA has more subscribers. I hope the background pipes down because anyway, this is why TNA has more. Someone please tell the people in the background to shut up. But anyway, okay, you got TNA having more subscribers than AEW, and it doesn't take a scientist to know why. Because yeah, TNA does better. They put more full shows and they have more better decisions, you could say, and stuff right here. But anyway, man, so background needs to quiet down, man. So anyway, get Navarro going for another crossbody, but Santana catches him, and Santana hits a reverse powerbomb followed by a sit-out powerbomb for a 2 count. As Santana, sets up for the spin the block and hit it for the win. where you get Mike Santana winning that right there. Yeah, I was expecting Mike Santana to win that one because I don't know, man. It looked like Casey Navarro was at a disadvantage right here. I'm telling you, man. My goodness, gosh, man, the background needs to pipe down, but I hate when the TV gets loud. But anyway, you get Navarro hitting a crossbody off the top rope for a 2 count right there and stuff right here in the match right there, man. So please tell the people to shut up in the background. But anyway, Jim Miller's in the back right there with Ryan Nemeth and Nick Nemeth and stuff. Nick Nemeth had requested for his match tonight against Brian Myers to be a title match, but Santino Marella declined because Nick wants to be a fighting champion and respect Myers and stuff, as he knows the system will be lurking and trying to get involved and stuff. You know, all that kind of stuff right there. Just decent stuff, man. Really great stuff, man. This is why I have more respect for wrestling than boxing. Because honestly, boxing just wants to put a real dragging match, man. Just lacking, man. Even people said that women's match before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was better and stuff. That women's match right there was hardcore and stuff. It was hardcore, you could say, and stuff. Anyway, as you could say, Nick Nemeth wants to be a fighting champion and respect Myers as he knows the system will be lurking and trying to get involved as he'll be doing what he does best, though, and stealing the show and stuff. As Ryan Nemeth says, he'll have Nick's back, man. Somebody please turn down the living room TV. Someone please. But anyway, you get Ryan saying that Henry's video about him is ruining his life and stuff right there. Oh, yeah, that video right there, that little story time right there, because they have the Ryan Nemeth story right there that has a quick the end right here, right there. Yeah, which that boxing match felt like just a quick the end right there, in my opinion, right there. Anyway, I mean that boxing match wasn't even more than 15 minutes, man. I mean, at least it wasn't a swash, man. It would be funny if it was a swash with Mike Tyson winning. But anyway, back to the show. Anyway, you get Nick saying that he knows Ryan will do great and stuff as Trent Seven ended up turning Mike Bailey after like last week's main event. It ended up being shown, you could say, Trent Seven turning Mike Bailey after last week's main events with the, Gia Miller in the back with Ace Austin and the Hardys and stuff. As she says that they'll be in a 6-man match at Turning Point right there before she can announce their opponents and stuff. As Trent Seven gets in their faces with Jake Something and Hammerstone into the fray and stuff. Hammerstone, the guy that used to be an MLW, you know, sometime before he left for TNA and stuff, because I guess they're not making much use out of him. I can tell you, man, AEW is not making much use out of. I'm sorry, Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm telling you, man, dude, what is AEW's habit with Powerhouse Hobbs? What is their habit? I want to know. I want to know. I thought they need to make better use out of him. Like that match was a little bit silly, in my opinion. That match really felt silly. Okay, but anyway, about TNA. Yeah, you get Gia Miller being in the back with Ace Austin and the Hardys. As she says that they'll be in a 6-man match at Turning Point before she can announce their opponents and stuff. And my goodness, man, the living room TV needs to pipe down. But anyway, you get Trent Seven getting in their faces before Jake Something and Hammerstone enter the fray and help Trent Seven beat up the Hardys and Ace Austin. But Santino Marella breaking it up and calling for a doctor, which leads to the Rascals versus the Allen Angels and Jake Christ and stuff right here. Jake Christ, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, Jake Christ. Just call it Jake Christ. And Jake Christ and Zachary Wentz started things off as they circle and lock up before the Christ grabs an arm in which Wentz flips and arms drags out of and stuff, with Wentz hitting the ropes and Christ tackling him down as Wentz hits a series of kicks and stuff and tags in Trey Michael and stuff right here as the Rascals double team Christ, and well, including tributes to the Motor City Machine Guns and Chris Bay, Allen Angels tags and stuff right here, man. And my gosh, man, I want to go over the results instead of hearing the darn X Files in the background, man. Just please, Lord help me, because I don't want to hear the X Files in the background while I'm going through the results, just list overhearing a TV show and stuff in the living room. But anyway, get Miguel hitting the ropes and Christ grabs him, and while Angels distracts the referee with Angels hitting a low blow on Miguel and takes the advantage before Miguel goes down, and Angels knocks Wentz off the aprons before Miguel rolls up Angels for a 2 count as he tries another roll up, but Angels rolls into the fisherman suplex for a 2 count before Christ tags in and tries to hit some punches on Miguel, followed by a boot for a 2 count as Angels tags back in and Christ and Angels tag team Miguel for a 2 count stuff as Miguel is thrown into the ropes as he uses the bottom rope as leverage to bounce off, strike Angels and tag in Wentz and stuff as Wentz comes in hot, man. I'm telling you, man, really good results. Real good, decent results, man. Even better results than X Files would show. That TV show from back then. But anyway, yeah. But even the X Files is better than, you know, Mike Tyson's match with Jake Paul. Even that was better. I'm telling you. Even the X Files was better than that. I tell you, man. Even the living room interrupting in the background is better than that too. I'm telling you, man. But anyway, you get Miguel going to the top rope, but Angels rips him down and tags in before Christ hits a cutter, and Angels hits a splash for the top rope for a 2 count as Wentz goes back in, and the Rascals are both hot again. You could say as they take out Christ, you could say and then double teams Angels in the process as they defeat him to the Lions for the win right there. As the Rascals win that right there. They really win that match right there and stuff and all that in the process. Yep, and that's what happened. Yeah, the Rascals managed to win against Allen Angels and Jake Christ right there. I'm just gonna call him Christ. I'm just gonna start calling him Christ right there, man. I hope the background's not too loud, man, because honestly, this is the reason why I do reviews later. Then, because yeah, usually the living room pipes down, quiets down. But anyway, you get Spitfire talking in the back, but they talk about being 1-1 against Ash and Heather by Elegance and stuff. As Jody Threat talks about taking on Ash by Elegance and how she'll make sure her life in plastic isn't so fantastic. Oh, that is a funny reference right there. Her life in plastic. Oh, sorry, her life in plastic isn't so fantastic. I see where that's getting at. I see the reference right there. I do. I really see the reference. That's funny. That's kind of funny. I'll tell you that. But anyway. So anyway, what do we got? Where are we at again? Oh yeah. So anyway, you got the Genesis hype video being shown and stuff as Josh Alexander and Northern Armory happens versus Jonathan Gresham, Eric Young, and Steve Macklin and stuff, which is that had to be the best match of the show. That just had to be. That just had to be the best match of the show, man. Because that's the thing, man. I really wish AEW could have uploaded more than four matches, man, before I went live. But oh well. Anyway, you get Steve Macklin and Travis Williams starting things off with the lockup as Macklin breaks it and gestures to Josh Alexander before leveling Williams as Judas Icarus tags in and immediately gets disposed of as the Northern Armory tried to double team Macklin, but he double clothesline them right there in the process as, Jonathan Gresham tags himself in and throws Icarus over his head and into the corner. We get Eric Young tagging in and stuff, man. Gosh, man, I don't know. Just to me, that living room TV is just real disruptive right now and stuff, man. Because this is why I prefer things later when things quiet down and stuff. And please turn the volume down. But anyway, please turn the volume down of that TV in the background. But anyway, so anyway, you get Young throwing Icarus into the ropes and hitting a dropkick as Macklin tags in with Young and Macklin hitting stereo boots on Icarus with Icarus head dangling over the second rope as Macklin throws Icarus into the ropes and stuff as William tries to hold on to Icarus to save him as Williams gets knocked out of the apron by Macklin and stuff with Macklin close with Alexander being able to get in a cheap shot and tagging in and stuff right there. And I swear, man, I am on the verge of going into that living room, grabbing that controller, and turning that volume down in that living room. I'm telling you that. I'm thinking about doing that right now while I'm going through the results. But anyway, he quickly double teams Macklin with Icarus and then takes full advantage of Macklin, grounding him and targeting his arm as Icarus tags back in. You could say, man, really good back and forth, man. I really enjoy this match, man. Really good variety. Plenty of time they give him, man. More than 10 minutes, you could say. That's why I wish AEW could upload more full matches, like TNA does. But, oh, well, man, AEW wants to be like that. But still better than Mike Tyson's match, even that because instead of just 1-2, 1-2 in that boxing match, it just go, and stuff like that. Where you get Williams hitting a running attack and covering for a 1 count as Williams continues the arm control and tags Alexander back in as Alexander hits the throw and then slows down the pace of calculated blows to Macklin. As Icarus, tags back in and snapmares Macklin and stuff, followed by a kick to the back for a 2 count as Icarus grabs the Kravit. Tags and Williams, man, real fantastic back and forth action right here, man. This is why I like TNA, man. TNA is so good, man. TNA. If only AW could take notes or something, man. Not saying that they should copy them right there and stuff. And especially not the boxing match. Don't take notes from that, man. Do not be like the boxing match. Do not. That is not the thing for a wrestling fan, I'm telling you. But anyway, you get Williams attacking off the second rope and then locking in a Kravit of his own as Macklin throws Williams off, but Williams hits a quick kick and snap suplex for a 2 count stuff as Williams kicks at Macklin, you could say, on the mat until Macklin blocks a kick and Macklin just ducks a couple of shots, but then he eats a couple of shots right there before Macklin ducks under a springboard move and hits a bicycle knee as Alexander tags in and then Young tags in, you could say, man. Really good there. Right there. And then that's where you get Young come in Yeah, that's where you get Young coming in hot and dropping Alexander a couple of times and going for the Death Valley driver. It's just right there as Alexander wiggles out with Young hitting the Young Blood neck breaker for a 2 count right there. Stuff right here. And honestly, the funny thing about the system, I could understand why Joe Hendry on commentary got sick and tired of that one lady. I can understand why he got sick and tired of that one lady because he got off his seat. He picked that lady up on his shoulder, went backstage just to finally deal with her because he got tired of her interrupting that one match. I'm telling you, man, he got tired of that. That was funny. I thought that was funny. Man, that was funny. So anyway, they trade blows in the middle of the ring as Gresham gets knocked down but pops up and hits an enziguri before they exchange standing switches before Icarus hits a spinning suplex before the Northern Armory double teams Gresham and tries to hit up in the clouds, but Gresham blocks it as they continue to double team him, though with a bunch of dipping and diving, you could say, right there around Gresham for a 2 count. Where you get Alexander tagging in and stuff before Gresham is held for the C4 spike right there, but wiggles out while the Northern Armory are pulled out of the ring right there by Macklin and Young as Gresham goes to the top rope, but he is pulled down right there as the Northern Armory hits sudden silence, and Alexander goes for the pin right there as Macklin breaks it up and chases Alexander right here and stuff right here as William and Icarus intercept and take out Macklin and stuff is some really fantastic stuff. Alexander also goes back after Gresham, but Gresham is able to tag Young. Whew, real fantastic stuff, man. I really like what TNA did right here and stuff. Also, not to forget Full Gear and Slaughterhouse. Yep, that's what's going to be happening the weekend after this stuff. The weekend where this stuff took place, or you could say it's going to be happening a week after these shows and stuff. Yep, and one in the same Saturday. Slaughterhouse and Full Gear in the same Saturday, which is what I was told of. Fantastic stuff, man. I'm looking forward to that right there. Good stuff. So anyway, well, with the Northern Armory getting back into the fray, though, Young and Macklin go back to focusing on their opponents as Gresham pushes Young out of the way of an attack twice as Alexander pushes Macklin into Young, who falls off the apron as Alexander then hits the C4 spike on Macklin for the win right there. Whew, leading to Josh Alexander and the Northern Armory winning that right there. Not surprised because Josh Alexander and Northern Armory, pretty decent, pretty good right there, you could say, man. Really decent stuff right here, man. Man, my back's already killing me right now, right there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Better to go on with the show. But anyways, you get Steve Macklin steaming in the back right there, running into Santino Morella as he tells Santino that his issues with Josh Alexander aren't over his stuff with Macklin. Then running into Eric Young and then Jonathan Gresham as Gresham doesn't want to be involved as Young talks about the issues they had in the match earlier and tells Macklin to figure things out right there, which leads to Ryan Nemeth versus Joe Henry right there. So if this one was good too. This one was pretty decent. Yeah, it could have been longer. This match could have been longer, but still decent. It's like an old-fashioned, typical wrestling show. Wrestling match, you can say. Sorry for disrespect, but anyway, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. That match could have been deserved more results, you could say. So with Ryan Nemeth versus Joe Henry, get Joe Henry having a microphone to start things off as he knows Ryan is upset due to last week's Ryan Nemeth story video. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, pointing out that Ryan Nemeth is Nick Nemeth's brother and stuff with the quick the end in the process. That was funny, man. Oh man, that was funny. That video up in there that Joe Henry put of Ryan Nemeth, the Ryan Nemeth story. Ryan Nemeth is Nick Nemeth's brother. The end. Oh, that is just I thought that was pretty funny, pretty hilarious, man. Just good stuff right there. So yeah, we get Joe Henry having the director's cut of all the Ryan Nemeth's career achievements this year. It's shown that it's the same video as last week, as the crowd wants to see it a second time. And it's shown again, and the crowd loves it and stuff as Ryan Nemeth is fed up and goes on the attack before the referee calls for the bell. I thought, okay, that's a pretty good way to start a fight, man. I thought that was a pretty good way to start the match, man. If only it could have been longer, man. If only could have, man. I'm telling you, like this deserved more results, man. This deserved to generate more, give out more results, you can say, and stuff. As Nemeth chokes Henry on the ropes and then hits a leaping elbow. As Henry powers out of the pin and stuff, as Nemeth continues the attack in the corner until Henry strikes out of it and stuff, as Henry goes on the offensive until Nemeth rakes out his face and stuff, with Nemeth slapping on an arm, stretching on the mat and stuff, which he switches to the headlock. Before Henry powers up and out of it and stuff. Up and out of it, you can say. Up and out of it. Up and out of it. But yeah, that's where Nemeth keeps control in the process before Henry's whipped into the corner. Nemeth hits a running shoulder and stuff before Nemeth slaps on a headlock on the mat. Before Henry gets back to his feet and stuff, but Nemeth rips from his back down by the hair for a 2 count as Nemeth hits a neck breaker and climbs to the top rope before Henry gets to his feet and slams Nemeth on the top rope as he follows it with a series of tackles on Nemeth. Before you know, Hendry hits a Fallaway slam and a kip up right there with the. Yeah, Hendry hitting a delayed one arm standing ovation for the win right there. That's where you have Joe Henry winning that one. I don't know. For some reason, I thought Joe Henry was going to lose that. I thought he was. I thought Joe Henry was going to lose that stuff, but no, he didn't. He actually managed to beat Ryan Nemeth right there and stuff. Yep. Further. I wouldn't say justify and stuff. I'll say that further supported the fact of that video. I guess, yeah, that further proved the point of the video and stuff. Because, yeah, that video he did of Ryan is Nick Nemeth's brother, the end. That's funny, man. That is just hilarious. That was just a quick video. Even that was better than Mike Tyson's fight. Even that was better, I'm telling you. But anyway, stuff. Where we got? Oh, yeah. Joe Henry having a microphone to start things off in that match before Joe Henry managed to beat Ryan Nemeth right there. As you could say, a turning point. Hype video is being shown before you have Rosemary versus Jada Stone right there. Before Jada Stone goes for a lockup, but Rosemary grabs her hand and drives Stone down before Stone tries to use quick strikes and quickness to work over Rosemary. But Rosemary shrugs everything off and hits a slide slam. A side slam for us 2 counts. For Rosemary works over Stone on the mat right there. And a bottom rope as she hits a running forearm of Stone and then locks in a tarantula-like stretch right there. I like the name of that. That's a pretty interesting name, the tarantula-like stretch, you could say, and stuff and all that. But anyway, yeah, you get Rosemary continuing to attack in the corner and then hitting an overhead throw for a 2 count as Rosemary stretches Stone's neck, and Stone is able to hit a jawbreaker and the head scissors, but Rosemary hits a big spear. Whew, and then as above, so below for the win happens as well. That's where you have Rosemary beating Jada Stone right there. Honestly, man, I thought I was going to give this a 9 out of 10, but I don't know. I'm most likely going to give this a 10 out of 10. I don't know. No, I mean 8 out of 10. Sorry about that. I got a little mixed up right there. 8 out of 10. That's what I'm probably most likely going to give this and stuff. If there's going to be more swash matches, you could say. Not only that, there was a video being shown before the show where the system celebrated themselves in the ring as they presented themselves with rings as back in the prison and stuff, as Alicia Edwards and stuff. And I swear, if the X-Files in the background doesn't pipe down. But anyway, yeah, you get Alicia Edwards coming out to the top of the ramp, and she says that the system is stronger than ever and stuff right here. As the rings prove that they are united and dominate TNA and stuff right here. As they talk the talk and walk the walk, you could say, starting tonight with Brian Myers taking care of Nick Nemeth and stuff at Turning Point, as Eddie Edwards will be taking the TNA World Championship back to the system right there and stuff. Right there, yeah, that's the part right there where the system did a little ring ceremony, you could say. They did a little ring ceremony in the process right there. I can tell you that, and all that. But anyway, besides that, you get Alicia Edwards then talking about Masha Slamovich, as she says that she carried Slamovich during their time as a team, and last week was a fluke loss to Slamovich, and Jordan Gray says, Slamovich comes out last week, asking if last week was really a fluke and stuff. Well, why doesn't, Alicia prove it in a no disqualification match next week for the TNA Knockouts World Championship right there? As Tasha Steelz comes out to show that she'll be on Alicia's side, that brings out Jordan Grace right there. This is what I like. Let me tell you. This is what I like. Most specifically, this is what I like about AEW, TNA, and MLW at the same time. Like, basically, at the same time, they deliver their premium live events pretty often. A little more often, you could say, like all of them at the same time. I like how that delivers at the same time for a wrestling fan. I like how that goes. That's good. Real decent stuff, man. Right there. Like how we're having a Slaughterhouse and Full Gear in the same Saturday and stuff, which is going to be happening. I'm looking forward to that too. I'm going to be doing a 2-on-1 video right here because, it's pretty good to do 2 shows in one live stream, talk about this show and then get to the other. It really gets the content out of the way, stuff, to settle it. But anyway, stuff. What else was there? Oh, yeah. The TNA champion Nick Nemeth versus Brian Myers with Eddie and Alicia Edwards and stuff is just as this match is about to start. Joe Henry comes out and joins the commentary table and stuff. Right there and stuff. Yeah, I just like how he picked up Alicia Edwards and got her out of there and stuff, the lady outside the ring and stuff right here. As the match starts and Nick Nemeth immediately goes for a super kick as a callback to their last match several years ago, which ended in 7 seconds and stuff. And let me tell you, man, I wish I could have started my channel way earlier, man. I really did. Dude, I don't know. It would have been more beneficial. I can see how beneficial it would have been if I started this YouTube channel way earlier, like before 2024 and stuff, man. I can see how much practice and how much benefit that would have. If only I could have done this earlier, but better late than never, you could say, and all that. But anyway, you get this match starting off, and Nick Nemeth immediately goes for a super kick as a callback to their last match several years ago happens as well, which ended in 7 seconds, and Myers ducks it and goes to the outside before Nemeth follows him out, and Myers gets back in the ring and uses his positioning to gain control as he slows things down and calculated strikes and some choking in the ropes and stuff as the referee breaks it up, and he's scolding Myers and stuff. Eddie Edwards and chokes Nemeth on the ropes that they're Myers goes back on the attack, but Nemeth turns it around with Myers whipping hard in the corner before Nemeth drives Myers' head into the top turnbuckle for a 2 count stuff, and Nemeth goes for a neck breaker, but Myers reverses it into a backslide for a 2 count and stuff, All that good stuff right there as Nemeth hits a back elbow and a kick to the midsection and stuff as Nemeth hits an Olympic slam before Nemeth loads up for a super kick. That's what he did right there. He loaded up for a super kick in the process, but Eddie Edwards grabbed his leg as the referee ejects Eddie from ringside right there and stuff before Nemeth gets distracted with Myers lining him up as Myers charges him, but Nemeth sees it in time and tosses Myers over the top rope before Nemeth follows him out, and Myers is able to drive Nemeth into the ring. The side of the ring, you could say, is that he whips Nemeth into the stairs and stuff right here. The steel steps, you could say. Not the stairs. I don't know why they would call it stairs. It's steel steps, man. Imagine stubbing your toe on that, man. That's got to hurt. That's really got to hurt right there. I'm telling you. That's really got to painful, man. Just painful. But anyway, we got Myers driving back to the mat before Myers tosses Nemeth to the outside, distracts the referee so that Alicia Edwards can attack Nemeth. I mean, I don't get why she was interrupting the match. She's like just going around the wrestling ring. She's not even a part of it. She just keeps interrupting, man. That's why I thought it was just funny how, just Joe Hendry just got sick and tired of that. He got off his seat and picked her up on his shoulder and just left. That was good, man. That was some good stuff right there. I'm telling you, right there and all that. So anyway, you get Myers hitting a double axe handle from the apron onto Nemeth as he then drives Nemeth into the outside of the ring again. As Myers throws Nemeth into the ring and pins him for a 2 count before Nemeth gets up and they exchange strikes in the middle of the ring until Myers lifts Nemeth and drives him down in the ropes neck first and stuff. That's gotta hurt, man. Going neck first, man. I don't want to go that. Man, I would hate to be hit neck first, man. That's where injuries happen because the neck is a really sensitive spot. Before Myers hits a spine buster for a 2 count, Nemeth gets up and starts to fight back as Myers ducks under an attack and slides to an outside and trips up Nemeth before he gets back into the ring and stomps down on Nemeth as Myers hits a side Russian leg sweep for a 2 count stuff and then slaps on a headlock and stuff, man. Right there as Nemeth tries to strike out of it, but Myers strikes him down and stuff, man. I really didn't expect the background to still be using the living room TV at this time of hour when I'm going live, man. Honestly, Lord help me. But sorry about it. But anyway, you get Nemeth flipping out of a throne. I'm gonna grab that remote and put the living room volume down. I swear, man, if that living room TV keeps on going on. But anyway, you get the referee starting the double 10 count, and both men beat the count, and Nemeth hits a series of running attacks, followed by a slash in the corner. As Nemeth drives Myers down and hits 10 shots to the heart for a 2 count as Nemeth sets up for a super kick before Myers ducks and hits an enziguri. Before Myers hits the execution. Yeah, you could saw that. The execution, that's what you could say. But anyway, Myers sets up for the spear, but Nemeth blocks it with a leaping DDT as he balls it with the Famouser. I know it's pronounced the Famouser, but honestly, I know it's pronounced the Famouser, but I like pronouncing it the Famouser. The Famouser. It just sounds more funnier that way. You could say it just sounds funnier. But you could say Joe Henry just doesn't look like what he sees. Doesn't like what he sees. He gets up and carries Alicia to the back. Oh, I love that part right there. That's good. You see Myers is living distracted as Nemeth tries to roll up Myers, but Myers reverses for a 2 count as Nemeth covers and hits a super kick as he follows that with the danger zone for the win right there. That's where Nick Nemeth manages to win that match right there in the process right there, man. Nick Nemeth managed to beat, Brian Myers with Eddie and stuff, man, thanks to what Joe Hendry did, man. Joe Hendry's a good sport, man. I like that guy. He's got some good positivity and stuff right here. Man, I like his positivity. So anyway, you get Eddie Edwards hitting the ring and attacking Nick Nemeth as Brian Myers recovers and joins the beatdown as Joe Henry returns to the ring with the kendo stick and hits Myers with it, and he hits Edwards and stuff and almost Nemeth, you could say, as Nemeth stares Hendry down as Hendry explains himself right there in the process where Steve Macklin is shown getting into his truck as he drives off down the highway. And to be continued being the show as the episode fades to black. And that's what ended the show right there. on TNA Impact, the little to be continue right there, because yeah, it's part of a little storytelling, man. I like how TNA does that too and stuff. But anyway, so that's what I did the show right there and stuff. So yep, this TNA Impact, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, man. That's the thing right there. So yeah, that's the 8 out of 10 for Impact right there, and on to AEW Collision right there, which was November 16th. You could say November 16th, where you have Shelton Benjamin versus Commander, Mariah May versus Anna Jay in a no disqualification AEW Women's Championship match. The Acclaim versus the L5 with Johnny TV against Daniel Garcia right there with Mina Shirakawa versus Harley Cameron and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Bulk Bronson and stuff. Honestly, dude, the one with Powerhouse Hobbs, that could have been way better, I'm telling you, man. That could have been way better if it was longer. That would have been such a good match if it was longer. But no, AEW doesn't want to make more use out of them. Doesn't want to make more use, I'm telling you. Let me pick my butt up. But anyway, okay. How to put this off? So yeah, let's go over this, right? This Saturday's episode, that Saturday's episode of Collision, July 6th, no, July 16th, was November 16th. Sorry about that. So let's start things off with Harley Cameron versus Mina Shirakawa and stuff right there. With Collision opening up a few quick backstage promos before Shirakawa made her way to the ring to take on Cameron, and Shirakawa and Cameron both did a little shimmy move at each other before locking up and running the ropes. As Mariah May's BFF took control and both posed for the crowd to taunt her opponent stuff right here and all that. And really good stuff right here. So Harley came on Mirror Shirakawa because yeah, that's the thing. Mariah May was there too. Mariah May's BFF. Sorry about that. But anyway, this match had a lot of taunting. Says they did in a way that didn't seem for. So both of these women were very clearly trying to get in each other's head and stuff. Made it for an entertaining dynamic. Yeah, I guess you could say it was an entertaining dynamic and stuff right here. I mean, right there, I was always wondering like, what's up with the little dance at the end of this fight right there? I'm telling you, what was up with the fight, little fight thing going on anyway. But anyway, from Shirakawa's experience advantage being evident and stuff right there. Yeah, that's what happened. Her experience advantage was evident, but Cameron did a great job keeping up with her. This wasn't a perfect match by any means, but this crowd was excited, having a great time. As predictably, Shirakawa scored the victory, but Cameron continues to shine in the role that she's been given and stuff. As Shirakawa defeated Cameron and stuff right here. We also have Miguel McGuinness loving double entendres into his commentary. As Cameron needs her own entrance music, Saraya, you could say Saraya doesn't fit with her and stuff either. That's what some people think right there in the process. That's what some people think you could say and all that. I'm telling you right there. I'm telling you. But anyway, the difference between Cameron and most other rookies at her level, she never seems to be afraid of anything, as there's no hesitation before she does anything. That's the deal with her and stuff right there, you could say. As we get Johnny TV and Daniel Garcia, this was one of my more favorite matches and stuff right here. It's real funny how the MXM collection just got involved in this match right here. I just thought it was pretty funny, you could say, and stuff and all that. How they were just like trying to help out and stuff with Daniel Garcia and stuff. And the backstage recording, that little backstage fight with Jack Perry outside the building, that was pretty cool. I like that right there. That was pretty awesome right there, as Jack Perry got the chain on Daniel Garcia's friend. And then yeah, when Daniel Garcia won the match, he had to run backstage and stop Jack Perry and stuff right here from getting too far away and stuff, man. Real good competition, man. I like that. That was fantastic. So anyway, you got Johnny TV coming out with Mason Madden and Matt Stewart by his side to take on Garcia in the second match of the night, where you have Mr. Television having the upper hand at first thanks to a few shoulder tackles, but Red Death didn't allow him to keep it on for long, you could say. And stuff as Matt Stewart distracted the referee while Madden chokeslammed Garcia on the other side of the ring, but it didn't end the match from there and stuff right there. And oh my, we don't care about commercial breaks. We don't care about commercial breaks. And I'm getting a little bit tired of hearing the X Files in the background in the living room. I'm getting tired of hearing that. But anyway, gotta go through the results anyway. So when you get Jack Perry coming out of the crowd and attacking Daddy Magic on commentary and stuff, as meanwhile Johnny had Garcia reeling at the ringside and stuff, as you can say, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what it was. Kind of hard to pinpoint what, but something seemed off about his seemed off about Garcia's performance in this bout and stuff, as he seems to be a step lower than usual, but not because of any clear injury. After he managed to make a comeback, you get Garcia picking up a submission victory as he then ran backstage to help Daddy Magic. Yeah, that's the guy that was getting attacked by Jack Perry. Daddy Magic. I don't know why he calls himself that. But anyway, you get Daddy Magic, who was being assaulted by Jack Perry and stuff, as the match between Garcia and Johnny had a little too much interference. But most of what we got was decent stuff, as the angle with Perry and Daddy Magic could say made the former Jungle Boy look certifiably insane but Garcia was able to save his friend and turn the tables on Perry. Where you have Garcia defeating Johnny TV in the process right there. Johnny TV, the guy that was often seen in Ring of Honor. Man, I swear something needs to be done about Ring of Honor. Something really does. I'm telling you, really needs to be done about Ring of Honor. But anyway, Johnny looked like he went to Juice Robinson's barber before this match. Why? Why would someone comment that? It's kind of funny. Someone comment that like Johnny looked like he went to Juice Robinson's barber before this match. Man, that's a funny thing to bring up. That's kind of funny, right there. Anyway. So when you get mad into having a nice choke slam, as a lot of guys do it because it's expected of them, but most of them don't look that good, as Madden gets great elevation when he picks people up and all that. So anyway, besides that, there was Shelton and Benjamin versus Commander and stuff. We have the next matchup featuring one of AEW's best high flyers, Commander, taking on one of the most well-rounded wrestlers in the business, as Alex Abrahantes and MVP were at ringside before the former WWE star started the match. By throwing Commander from post to post in dominant fashion as his power and size advantage was on full display before Commander eventually started building some momentum by using his speed and agility. But, Benjamin was able to keep up with him most of the time, you could say. As these two quickly found their groove and had good chemistry, especially for two guys who had so little experience working together. Even though the Luchador put up a good fight, right there, I thought Commander was going to win. I really thought Commander was going to win because dude, Commander really put up a long DDT, like a really long DDT around the neck, around Benjamin's neck. But Benjamin managed to beat Commander right there in the process, and he just decided to be a jerk and just try to tear off Commander's mask. And I like how the other dude stepped right in and stuff right there. I like how the Commander's friend, the other guy, he tried stopping his mask from getting torn off, and Benjamin's just staring at him like, well, who the heck are you? Who is this guy? I like Benjamin's reaction when they tried stopping Commander's mask from being torn. Man, that was funny and stuff and all that. I picked my butt up again. But anyway, Benjamin defeating Commander. That's what happened in that match right there and stuff. As Garcia and Daddy Magic were showing strapping Perry to the hood of his bus, driving around with him on it. Man, I really wish AW's channel could have shown me that too, man. I would have loved to see it. That would have been funny. Yeah, Garcia they beat it up Jack Perry and tied him to a bus and driving around with him on it and stuff, man. Some good promo stuff, man. I thought that was a good promo. It looked dangerous, but still good nevertheless. So anyway, you get the way there was also the way Commander can balance on the ropes with most of his impressive skill, as he does things that I guess so-called 99% of humans would be too afraid to even try and stuff, man. I wouldn't really call that 99%. I really wouldn't, to be honest and stuff. So even though a tilt-a-whirl looks cool, doing it 3 times in a row and stuff happens, you get Powerhouse Hobbs versus Bulk Bronson. I'm telling you, this match could have been, dude. This match would have been way good. This match would have been so better if it was longer. This would have been such a good fight, man. If only it was over 10 minutes or so. But anyway, yeah, Jack Jameson and Beefcake Boulder accompanied Bronson to the ring for his match against Hobbs. And like I said, AEW needs to make better use out of Hobbs. They need to make better use and stuff and all that. As Hobbs stood silently as his opponent and his friends loudly taunted him. But when Bronson tried to go for a shoulder tackle and stuff right here, Hobbs barely budged and told him to bring it. As you could say, these so-called these two big meaty men spending a few minutes slapping meat. Why would someone comment that? That is funny. These two big meaty men spending a few minutes slapping meat, but the outcome was never in question stuff. That's the thing right there. It's funny as to heck. So when you get Hobbs being the obvious winner before the match even started, everything they did looked good. But there was very little to this match, and after taking out Jameson Boulder, Hobbs finished off Bronson with the torture rack and stuff for here, and that's where Hobbs defeated Bronson in the process. Man, I would have graded that a C as well. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. As you get MVP taking out Abrahantes after Benjamin's match because he stopped him from ripping Commander's mask off right there and stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the name of the dude, Abrahantes, the one that tried saving Commander's career and stuff. Well, Benjamin is just staring at him like Benjamin's just staring at Abrahantes like, what's up with this dude? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What's he doing in the match? But anyway, you get Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida agreeing to have a match on Dynamite during a backstage segment as Hobbs smiling as he inflicts damage. Is so-called scary sight, you could say. Before we get the Acclaim versus Roosh and Beast Mortals right there as well. where, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens took on Roosh and the Beast Mortals to see which team would get the final spot in the Full Gear Fatal 4-Way and stuff. Yep, the Fatal 4-Way. That's another reason why I'm looking forward to this Full Gear and stuff right here, man. Even that's better than Mike Tyson's, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's match, which was a disappointment. Even other boxing fans are saying that the women's match before that was better. My goodness, man, what was Mike Tyson thinking? Yeah, he got the money and all that, but anyway, that match was a disappointment, man. That's why that boxing match felt staged and all that. You get Max Caster and Anthony Bowens taking on Roosh and the Beast Mortals to see which team would get the final spot. As Mortals and Bowens started off with a fast-paced exchange, but Caster tagged himself in after a moment, which seemed to upset his partner. Before the Alpha, spent a long time isolating Caster from Bowens to wear him down. As the Acclaim finally made a hot tag after a commercial break so Bowens could take over, as this was a good match with a lot of physicality and just the right amount of taunting and shenanigans, you could say, as the Acclaim picked up the win to advance to Full Gear. So that's where the Acclaim defeated LFI, man. Personally, I was going for the Acclaim because they're pretty funny, man. Oh, I'd like to see them do more funny acts on Full Gear stuff right there, like what they did with the MXM collection, with that profanity, you could say. That profanity, that was some good stuff. So anyway, notable moments and observations from that fight, you could say, was Caster mentioning who to get some heat and stuff. The lady that didn't become president, you could say, that lady, the one who didn't make it to the election. I'm not going to mention her name or anything, but you could say it was weird that Billy Gunn was at ringside, but not backstage for the interview before this match, before Roosh. Probably brings his own green extension cords to its show and stuff before Mordos and Roosh have a cool double team spot with a backstabber and a dropkick combo and stuff and all that. And I think that leads to Mariah May versus Anna Jay right there. Is you could say Jay didn't even wait for the bell to hit May with a dropkick as she tried to enter the ring for this main event title bout and stuff. As the bell rang and the challenger immediately started punishing the champion, as Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie were shown watching from the backstage as Jay used the ring bell to hit May across the back and send her into Tony Schiavone's lap, as they brought all kinds of weapons into the ring, like trash cans, chairs, ladders, anything else they could find in the ring. Fantastic, man. Good props, man. They really do got to put those props in that wrestling ring. That was good. The way they had those extra weapons and stuff, cans, chairs, ladders, anything else, man. Good stuff, man. Real good fight, man. Yeah, because I like how it was a no disqualification rubber match, man. Yeah, it was all right. It could have had a little bit more time, but still good nevertheless. But anyway, you get Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie being shown watching from backstage as they use the ring bell to hit May across the back and send her into Tony Schiavone's lap, as they brought all kinds of weapons into the ring. Like I said, this TJ is no stranger to hardcore matches in AEW, and May has proved to be a tough competitor. So you can say it came as no surprise to see them really throwing themselves into the action and stuff, as this wasn't technical or flashy. This was just two women beating the life out of each other. Anything in arm's reach, as the crowd was having a lot of fun with this, especially whenever a bigger weapon spot happened. As Jay, wrapped her arm in a barbed wire and applied the Queen Slayer, but May pulled out a bottle of something and sprayed her in the eyes as she finished off the challenger with Storm Zero to get the pin and retain her title. Before you get Shirakawa joining May in the ring to celebrate and actually talk her out of continuing to attack Jay and stuff. So yeah, that's where you got Mariah May defeating Anna Jay. Yeah, their name rhymes, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, Mariah May managed to win that one. So yeah, she's going to be showing up on Full Gear, I'm sure, of stuff. Where you get notable moments from that being Miguel being so jealous that May landed in Tony's lap instead of his. I can imagine his reaction right there and stuff in that process, man. That is funny. It's good to have a little bit of comedy every now and then. Well, taking a shotgun drop kick with a trash can on your head sounds very unappealing as well. Jay hit a suplex onto some chairs during the break, as it looked incredibly painful because the chairs weren't all facing with the flat side up, as the superplex onto the barricade looked brutal and awesome as well, and all that. And I guess some people's final words could be that the last 15 minutes of Collision feature a promo from Jon Moxley with Marina Shafir by his side before the debut of AEW's November Rain video played. Yeah, that's the thing right there. Yeah, they're doing Guns N' Roses November Rain, the classic rock song by Axl Rose. They played that on AEW right there and stuff, playing some rock music right there. Video of November Raid right there, because that's a classic right there, man. Good stuff. And Axl Rose, kind of a jerk to his fans, but still a great singer nevertheless, man. He's one of the classics, man. One of the great old ones, you could say, or you could describe it. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing right there. So anyway, also the thing about Commander versus Benjamin was the best match in terms of traditional pro wrestling, but the no disqualification match between Maya and Jay stole the show thanks to some high risk spots they pulled off beautifully. You could say, and they did pull some risky maneuvers. As some weeks, I guess, just some weeks Collision feels like an extended episode of Rampage, and some weeks it feels like on par with Dynamite. I wouldn't really compare Collision with Dynamite. I think Collision's better than Dynamite. No, I mean Collision's better than Rampage. You can say, and Rampage is better than freaking Mike Tyson's boxing move. Oh my goodness, and stuff right there, and stuff, and all that. And that's pretty much the final word I would have to give for the all for AW's Collision shows. You could say AW's Collision and all that, where Mariah May and Anna Jay's fight was the main event. Sorry, I got my camera off. So anyway, that's all I have to give to you people right there and stuff, man. And sadly, the living room TV couldn't shut up for one moment while I'm going through these results and stuff. But worth a try anyway and stuff. So anyway, what else I have to say is, I have to give this Collision an 8 out of 10 right here, and this TNA Impact a 8 out of 10 as well and stuff. You could say, and all that. So yep, that's all I have to give to you people, man. Yep, I hope people do very well and stuff. And yep, like I said, let's look forward to Slaughterhouse and Slaughterhouse in Full Gear. Slaughterhouse in Full Gear on the same Saturday, which is like less than a week or so. Less than a week, slightly less than a week. That's the thing right there. So anyway, this is all I have to give to you people and stuff. All these good results, man. That's the thing. I practically pick any website that has plenty of results, man. Any website that has plenty of results is good with me, as long as it's not quick results, man. I don't like that. That like really, that's not good, man. I'm telling you, that's not good for me. So anyway, like I said again, this is all I have to give to you people. I hope things turn out right in the future. And yep, I'm about to end this video right now. I'm about to end this video from here because, as usual, this is Red Lightning Bowl 97. About to end the video. I'm about to say, rock out and be there, guys. Rock out and be there. Because yep, I've given all the commentary and results I could possibly give and stuff in 2 shows in 1 video. You could say, man, it's good to do that. It's good. So yep, I'm gonna have to end the video right here for all you people and stuff. Yep, till next time on Red Lightning Boa's channel. So yep, I'm out.